of you have probably heard of Macklemore's hit song from 2012 called Thrift Shop. Essentially, in the song, he talks about popping some tags with only $20 in his pocket. Well, thrift stores have actually gained much more popularity since then. In fact, according to Industry Insider, the art of selling secondhand clothing is expected to be a $36 billion industry by 2021. Now, chances are you have clothing in your own closet that you don't wear anymore. And as college students, having a second source of income can really help provide you stability. So you can take your old clothes and turn them into a new source of income. That is what I have done for myself. I have started my own resale business using the resale app Depop. Now, since starting the app, I have gained over 1,000 followers. I have made 42 sales, bringing in roughly $600 in profit. Today, I'm going to teach you how you can do the same. I'm going to teach you how you can thrift and resell clothing so that you can turn your rags into riches. Now, we're going to cover how to find sellable fashion, how to market yourself as a brand, and how to ship clothes once you sell them on Depop. So first and foremost, when it comes to finding sellable fashions, keeping an eye on trends is key. Now, finding trends can be as simple as seeing what's already popular on Depop or even watching the latest fashion videos on YouTube. Regardless, the important word to remember here is vintage, because vintage is a theme that will always be trending in the world of secondhand fashion. As defined by fashion websites such as WT Fox, vintage is any article of clothing ranging between 20 or 100 to 100 years old. This means that your parents' closets are gold mines for sellable vintage fashion. Now, I'm not saying to steal for them, but if they have anything that they're willing to give up, I highly recommend utilizing that. And if not, you can always use thrift stores to your advantage. Now, understanding and studying fashion trends does not have to be overwhelming. Above anything else, it really is just about taking items from the past and styling or upcycling them to fit modern styles. That is how you use trends to your advantage. Keep an eye on what's selling and make sure you're selling those clothes. Because at the end of the day, if you're not fitting your supply to match your demand, you are leaving money on the table. Now, secondly, once you find clothes that you want to sell, it's time to brand yourself. Depop is an app with over 140,000 new listings per day. So as you can imagine, standing out is important. In 2018, Vice interviewed 5 teenagers who had substantial success on the app. All these teenagers had one thing in common. They knew how to brand themselves. One teenager named Brianna, she revealed that she spent hours on her photo shoots every time she wanted to sell her clothing. She had elaborate backgrounds, she had very eccentric makeup. Basically, she went above and beyond every time she photographed her clothing. And clearly that worked out for Brianna because she now makes over 6 figures on the app. Just by taking the time to develop her own style, she stood out from everyone else. And that is what you want to do. You want to figure out how you want to brand yourself. It's about taking something that's uniquely you and maximizing it to its fullest potential. So by taking the time to establish your brand, you increase your presence on the app, therefore increasing your following and increasing your profit. Now that brings us to our final point, how to ship and outsource your items on Depop. So, as university students, you actually have all the resources you need right here on campus. I actually take my Depop pictures right here in my dorm or on campus. And you can do the same. You can come on weekends when no one's here to watch you and take your photos. Now, when it comes to actually selling your items and shipping them, once you sell an item, PayPal will create a shipping label for you. And now you can print that shipping label right here on campus. Think about it, all those printing credits that go to waste at the end of the semester, you can now utilize them to print your shipping labels. And when it comes to packaging, you can buy 100 poly mailers on Amazon for $10. Or alternatively, you can have USPS send you flat rate shipping packages for free to your house just by going online and doing so. Now, when you're ready to ship off your package, you don't even have to leave campus. The document source right here on campus will take care of all of that for you. You just drop it off and they take care of the rest. Utilizing the resources you have around you really is important for getting out your product in a timely fashion, which is also really important for making sure you sustain a healthy reputation on Depop. So all in all, being a college student, you have a lot of resources at your disposal. And it really is an easy way to sustain a business, having all the resources around you. So use those resources while you can. In short, keeping these 3 points in mind will really help you turn your rags into riches. By finding sellable fashion, knowing how to market yourself, and utilizing the sources around you to ship your items, you can achieve substantial success on Depop. Your old clothes can be transformed into a new source of income. And you can make extra money on the side that could really help provide you with sustainability or even just more comfort, more luxury. So I took a chance on Depop, and now my business is growing daily. I made 5 sales last week, and that is extra money that I now have that I wouldn't have otherwise. So, as Macklemore always said, one man's trash is another man's come up. So, are you ready to pop some tags?